You can tell someone is sports gambling when they start talking about a sport that they don't even like or have never talked about one time in their life. The sports that they do watch might be on an off season and they still want to gamble. So they'll start talking about something like tennis or soccer, Turkish basketball, and they'll be gambling on that. To be honest, I don't think people be watching these sports if they couldn't gamble on them, like the wife carrying competition in Finland, or cheese rolling in the United Kingdom, or even death diving in Scandinavia. Death diving is just dive from a high spot. Death just makes it sound more cool and extreme to get the viewers in. I've never seen it or gambled on it. Before though I start going in on people's gambling addictions, I just want to put it out there that everyone has their vices, and I would be a hypocrite to just dunk on sports gambling when I have my own vices. Like, for instance, I love caffeine, I love sugar. Sometimes I'll have a really bad day and I'm like, you know what? I need to eat a good fatty meal. So nobody's perfect. I don't really want to talk too much about the individuals, but sports gambling as a whole. In 2024, Americans wagered about $150 billion on sports. At my local Ford dealership, that's enough money to buy 3,225,806 Ford Explorers. Or, I gotta look at my paper for this number. 2,072,538,103 Dum-Dum suckers. Now, if that was me, I would have wasted millions of Dum-Dum suckers because I don't like the chocolate ones. And I hate when I mix up the chocolate ones for the root beer ones because the root beer ones are actually pretty good. And they're both little brown symbols on the Dum-Dum sucker. And they're hard to tell the difference between a little barrel that has lines through it and a little chocolate bar that has little lines through it. This year, 1 out of 5 adults have placed a sports bet. Now, I'm from Ohio, so prop betting is illegal. And what a prop bet is, it's something that doesn't have to do with the game or match. Like every year, you can bet on the color of the Gatorade at the Super Bowl. You can gamble on who's going to become president. People can gamble on anything. The apps have amazing deals to people who sign up. For $5, you can get $100 worth of bonus bets. Is that is the best deal I've ever heard of. Not like money wise, but percent wise. That is 4,000% growth. That's better than any stock market, 401k, Roth IRA investment over time. 4,000% growth. That's a great deal. I was lucky when Meyer let me use 2 different $10 off coupons at the same time. They almost didn't let me do it. The person's like, oh, it's probably not going to work, but I'll try it anyway. And it worked. That doesn't come close to that kind of deal. It's addicting, they can. You don't see that kind of deals at the dentist. Most people don't like going. I don't like going, but I have to because I need pearly whites. A lot of people say being addicted to gambling is worse than drugs because there's a chance you could win. From what I've heard, you're always chasing that first high from heroin. And it gets less potent from there, but gambling, it stays the same, or you win big. It's very fun. I've been in a casino and I've seen more people walk away from the tables empty handed than winners. Everyone knows that when you go to a casino, the house always wins. Yet these casinos are always busy, open 24/7, and just rake in the cash. In your mind, it's like primal. It's like when you go back to the hunting and gathering days that you go in there and you're like, I could win something. But if you don't, it's like those times in the hunting and gathering where sometimes you won't come back with food, but it's just with money. Unlike primitive times, they value your parking. I was Christmas shopping and I saw a whole rack of DraftKings and all these other gambling platforms had gift cards now. Like, how does that work? You're like, oh, this person loves gambling. They might have a problem, but to help them out, I'll just get them a gift card for Christmas. Are people putting these on their Christmas wish list? Are people asking Santa, like, "Hey, Santa, could I get a $50 DraftKings gift card so I don't have to spend so much money on gambling this week?" Are the elves at the North Pole printing out DraftKings gift cards? Sports gambling is everywhere. At the sports stadiums, the sponsors on the side of the field are gambling apps. Like, you can't escape it. It's everywhere. It's in your face. It's hard to say no. Like, at least if like you were an alcoholic and you wanted to stop drinking, you could be like, okay, I'm not gonna go to the bar. I might have like some mocktails instead or some non-alcoholic beers. But if you're addicted to sports gambling, you can't watch a sport anymore or almost have a phone because you see ads on Facebook, TikTok. You could just download it. Less people are going to Vegas because you can lose everything in your life in the comfort of your living room. You could end up in a payday loan cycle, which is you don't have enough money from gambling, so you get a payday loan and then you have money for your bills, but then the next time comes you pay some of it off or pay it off, but then you don't have money again, so you got to keep doing it and the bills stacking up. And game lands in debt. You might be in credit card debt, max out credit cards, spend all your money on debt, start stealing from friends and family. And I don't know, I didn't really do much research on this. I don't really know too much, but I feel like, and I can't explain why, but I know debt isn't good for your mental health. Like, I'm not a doctor or a psychiatrist, but like, I've been in debt and it just isn't a good feeling. So that's a negative, is being in debt. If you're gambling a lot, that's taking away money from your wife, kids. And I say wife and kids because the main demographic of sports gambling is young men. If we want to get rid of the male loneliness epidemic, we got to get these fellows back into the casinos where they could meet women there. I've seen women waitresses, I've seen women pit bosses, I've seen women dealers, I've seen women managers, valet people. These places are chock full of women, and they could find the person that they love and marry and then bond over losing everything together. Here are some signs that someone might be addicted to sports gambling. They are neglecting relationships. This could be husband or wife, parents to children, children to parents, dom to sub, sub to dom. Like I talked about earlier, they could be on their phone while you're on a date or out to dinner. They could be on their phone watching these sports, letting it affect their mood. I looked these up, and missing school or work was one, but those are lame. So I'm not going to count that. But if they're getting in trouble at school or work for being on their phone all the time for gambling, that might be one of them. I'm just kidding. I mean, if they are seriously missing school or work to gamble because they're up all night, because there's sports all around the world going on all the time in different time zones, so that could be something very serious. Getting into debt to gamble, you'd be surprised at how many people talk about their finances. A lot of people don't, but more people do than you think. So if they're talking about not having enough money, you know, sort of gambling more lately, or if they straight up ask you for money, talk to them. And if they need help, try to get them help. And maybe if they have a problem gambling, don't give them cash, buy them groceries, pay a bill. Lying about gambling, they know it's wrong to be gambling all the time, so they might be lying about it because they're embarrassed, could be losing a lot. Feeling depressed, I feel like feeling depressed is signs of a lot of things, but if you notice they're gambling a lot and they're like losing, that could be one. I'd be depressed if I lost a lot of stuff. I really care about people, and I've seen a lot of people moods be affected by gambling and them not having enough money to pay for things, and I just want what's best for people. And I hope all of you want what's best for me. Gambling can be really dangerous, but honestly, I like caffeine. That can be really dangerous and give you kidney problems, kidney stones, headaches if you stop drinking it. Pretty bad, especially an aspartame headache. Those are not good. So I'm just trying to come out and say we're all human. We all have problems. Sometimes we don't fix our problems and we die with our problems. I appreciate you for watching this video. If you're a sports gambling app and you want to sponsor my channel, I will take down this video and take back everything I've said about you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.